For over a century, one name has dominated the world of luxury watches: Rolex. These aren't just timepieces. They're symbols of success, achievement, and timeless style. Presidents wear them, explorers trust them, collectors obsess over them. A Rolex on your wrist tells the world you've made it. But here's the truth most people don't know. Not all Rolex watches are created equal. Some models will make you money the moment you walk out of the store. Others will lose thousands of dollars in value before you even wear them. The difference between a smart purchase and an expensive mistake comes down to knowledge. In this guide, we're taking you inside the world of Rolex investing. We'll explore 14 iconic models, from the legendary Daytona that sells for double its retail price, to hidden gems that serious collectors quietly seek out. You'll discover the real prices, both what Rolex charges and what the gray market actually pays. You'll learn which watches have waiting lists that stretch for years, and which ones sit in display cases waiting for buyers. Whether you're buying your first Rolex or building a serious collection, this is your complete roadmap. Welcome to the ultimate Rolex price guide for 2026. Let's begin with the most expensive and most controversial watch on our list. Number 14, Rolex Day-Date 40 President. The Rolex Day-Date is one of the most famous luxury watches in the world. People call it the President because many world leaders have worn it. Presidents, prime ministers, and powerful business people love this watch. Rolex only makes the Day-Date in precious metals. You can buy it in yellow gold, white gold, rose gold, or platinum. You cannot buy it in steel. This makes it very expensive and very exclusive. The watch shows the day of the week spelled out completely. It also shows the date. The bracelet has a special design with 3 pieces of metal in each link. This bracelet is called the President bracelet. Even though this watch costs a lot of money at the store, it loses value when you try to sell it. The resale price is usually $35,000 to $42,000. That means you lose about $10,000 or more if you buy it new and sell it later. Why does it lose money? The Day-Date is beautiful and well made, but many people think it looks too formal. Young buyers today want sports watches more than dressy gold watches. Also, the very high retail price makes fewer people want to buy it on the gray market. In terms of investment, this watch is profitable to buy. The Day-Date is a symbol of success, but not a smart investment. You will probably lose money if you buy one new. But what if you want a complicated Rolex that actually makes you money? The next watch might be your answer. Number 13, Rolex Sky Dweller. The Rolex Sky Dweller is one of the smartest watches Rolex makes. It has more features than almost any other Rolex. This watch can show 2 different time zones at the same time. It also has an annual calendar that knows how many days are in each month. People who travel a lot love the Sky Dweller. Business people who fly between countries need to know 2 times at once. The Sky Dweller makes this easy. One hand shows your home time. Another hand shows the local time wherever you are. The calendar is very clever. You only need to adjust it once per year, in February. The watch knows that some months have 30 days and some have 31 days. It figures this out by itself. Even though the Sky Dweller costs less than the Day-Date at retail, it sells for more money on the gray market. You can buy it new for about $16,600, but people will pay $20,000 to $23,000 to get one without waiting. Why is it worth more? The Sky Dweller is hard to find in stores. Rolex doesn't make many of them. Also, serious watch collectors respect the engineering inside. It's one of the most complicated Rolex movements. The Sky Dweller looks sophisticated, but not too flashy. You can wear it to business meetings or on vacation. It works everywhere. In terms of investment, this watch is profitable to buy. If you can buy a Sky Dweller at retail price, it's an excellent investment. You can sell it later for more money than you paid. The Sky Dweller is smart and valuable. But the next watch creates even more excitement among collectors worldwide. Number 12, Rolex Cosmograph Daytona Steel. The Rolex Daytona is probably the most famous sports watch in the world. Racing drivers made this watch legendary. The most famous racing driver who wore it was Paul Newman. Today, a Paul Newman Daytona sold for over $17 million at auction. The Daytona has a special tool called a chronograph. This means it can work like a stopwatch. You can time races or any event. The watch has 3 small dials on the face that count seconds, minutes, and hours. Rolex makes the Daytona in steel, gold, and platinum. The steel version is the hardest to buy. People wait years on waiting lists at official Rolex stores. Some people never get the call to buy one. Because the Daytona is so hard to find, the resale price is crazy. You pay about $16,000 at a Rolex store, but the same watch sells for $30,000 to $37,000 on the gray market. That's almost double the retail price. Why is everyone obsessed with the Daytona? It looks perfect. The design is balanced and sporty. It's thin enough to wear under a shirt sleeve. The history of racing makes it romantic. And most importantly, almost nobody can actually buy one at a store. The Daytona works with any outfit. You can wear it with a suit or with jeans and a t-shirt. Celebrities, athletes, and business owners all want this watch. Should you buy it? Yes, absolutely. If you can get a steel Daytona at retail price, buy it immediately. You can sell it for profit right away. The Daytona dominates on land, but the next watch was built for a completely different adventure on the water. Number 11. Rolex Yachtmaster 40. The Rolex Yachtmaster is a luxury sports watch designed for sailing and yachting. It looks similar to the Submariner, but it's more elegant and less tool-like. Rolex made this watch for people who love boats and the ocean lifestyle. The Yachtmaster uses special materials. The bezel, the ring around the watch face, is made from ceramic or precious metals. Some versions use a mix of steel and platinum, others use all gold. The material you choose changes the price a lot. The basic steel and platinum version costs about $13,200 at retail, but some gold versions cost much more. The resale price depends heavily on which materials your watch has. Steel versions might sell for $13,500 to $16,000. Gold and platinum versions can reach $20,000 to $24,000. The Yachtmaster is comfortable to wear. The bracelet is smooth and feels great on your wrist. The watch is water-resistant to 100 meters, which is enough for swimming and light diving. This watch doesn't have the same crazy demand as the Submariner or Daytona. You can sometimes find it in Rolex stores. Because of this, the resale prices stay closer to retail for basic models. The Yachtmaster looks sophisticated and wealthy without being too flashy. It tells people you appreciate fine things. Sailors and boat owners especially love this watch because of its connection to yachting. Should you buy it? It's a safe choice. You probably won't lose money, but you probably won't make big profits either. Buy it if you love the design. The Yachtmaster handles surface water beautifully, but what if you need to dive much, much deeper? Number 10. Rolex Sea Dweller. The Rolex Sea Dweller is a serious tool for professional divers. This watch can survive depths that would crush almost any other watch. It's water-resistant to 1,200 meters, 4,000 feet. That's more than 10 times deeper than most people ever dive. The Sea Dweller has a thicker case than the Submariner. It needs to be thick to handle extreme underwater pressure. The crystal, the glass on top, is also thicker. This makes the watch look more rugged and masculine. One special feature is the helium escape valve. When professional divers live in underwater habitats for days, helium gas gets inside their watches. When they come back to the surface, this gas needs to escape, or the watch will break. The Sea Dweller lets the gas out safely. Most people who buy the Sea Dweller are not professional divers. They just love the tough, serious look. The watch feels substantial on your wrist. It makes a strong statement. The Sea Dweller costs about $11,000 to $14,000 at retail, depending on the exact model. On the gray market, it sells for $14,000 to $15,500. You make a small profit if you buy at retail, but the demand is not as crazy as the Submariner. The Sea Dweller is respected among watch collectors. They appreciate the engineering and the history, but average buyers usually prefer the Submariner because it's slightly thinner and more comfortable for daily wear. Should you buy it? Yes, it's a safe choice. The value stays stable, and you might make a small profit. The Sea Dweller dives deep, but the next watch lets you travel the world and track time in 2 places at once. Number 9. Rolex GMT Master 2 Batman. The Rolex GMT Master 2 is the perfect watch for travelers. Airlines originally designed it for pilots in the 1950s. The watch can show 2 time zones at the same time. This helps when you fly across the world. The Batman version has a special blue and black bezel. People call it Batman because the colors look like the superhero's costume. This color combination became incredibly popular. Everyone wants the Batman. The watch has an extra hand that moves around the dial once every 24 hours. This hand shows your home time. The regular hour hand shows local time. You can see both times with one quick look. The bezel is made from ceramic, which means it won't fade or scratch easily. The blue and black colors stay bright forever. Older GMT watches had aluminum bezels that would fade and scratch over time. The Batman GMT costs about $11,800 at a Rolex store, but on the gray market, people pay $13,500 to $15,000. The waiting list at official stores can be years long. Many people never get the chance to buy one at retail. Business travelers, pilots, and international workers love this watch. It's incredibly practical, but it also looks fantastic. The blue and black bezel makes it stand out from other Rolex sports watches. Should you buy it? Absolutely yes. This is an excellent investment. The demand stays strong, and you will make money if you buy at retail price. The Batman travels through time zones above water, but the next legendary watch was born to explore what lies beneath the waves. Number 8. Rolex Submariner Date. The Rolex Submariner is the most iconic dive watch ever created. When people think Rolex, they usually picture the Submariner. James Bond wore it in early movies. Explorers wore it on dangerous expeditions. This watch has appeared in more photographs than almost any other timepiece. The Submariner was born in 1953. Rolex designed it for serious underwater diving. It was one of the first watches that could survive 100 meters underwater. Today's Submariner can handle 300 meters of depth, which is far more than recreational divers ever need. The watch has a rotating bezel with numbers on it. Divers use this bezel to track how long they've been underwater. This helps them know when their oxygen will run out. The bezel only turns one direction, so it can't accidentally give you wrong information. The Submariner date version shows the date in a small window at 3 o'clock. It also has a magnifying lens over the date called a cyclops. This lens makes the date easier to read. Some people love the cyclops. Other people think it ruins the clean look of the watch. This watch works for every situation in life. You can wear it diving in the ocean. You can wear it to a wedding. You can wear it to a business meeting. It never looks wrong. The simple black dial and steel case match everything. The Submariner costs about $11,350 at retail. On the gray market, people pay $12,500 to $14,000. The waiting lists are long at official Rolex stores, but not as crazy as the Daytona. Some people get the call within a year or two. Everyone recognizes the Submariner. Your grandmother knows what it is. Your taxi driver knows what it is. This universal recognition makes it special. When you wear a Submariner, you're wearing a piece of history. The resale value stays strong because demand never stops. New collectors always want their first Submariner. Experienced collectors often own several different versions. Should you buy it? Yes, absolutely. This is one of the safest Rolex investments you can make. The value is rock solid. The Submariner owns the ocean, but the next watch was built for explorers who venture into Earth's most extreme environments. Number 7. Rolex Explorer 2. The Rolex Explorer 2 was designed for cave explorers and polar adventurers. When you're deep underground or in constant Arctic daylight, you can't tell if it's day or night. The Explorer 2 solves this problem with a special 24-hour hand and a fixed bezel. This watch has a larger case than the regular Explorer. It measures 42 mm across, which makes it feel substantial on your wrist. The size gives it a bold, masculine appearance. People with larger wrists, especially, love how it looks. The orange 24-hour hand is the signature feature. This hand goes around the dial once every 24 hours instead of twice. By looking at the bezel, you can tell if it's morning or afternoon. Cave explorers used this feature when they lost track of time underground. The Explorer 2 is tougher and more rugged than most Rolex watches. It's built to survive in extreme conditions. Mountain climbers, scientists in Antarctica, and spelunkers, cave explorers, have tested this watch in real adventures. The watch face is very easy to read. The hour markers are large and filled with bright lume, glowing material. Even in complete darkness, you can read the time clearly. The hands are also thick and luminous. The Explorer 2 costs about $10,000 to $11,000 at retail. The resale price stays very close to retail, usually between $10,000 and $11,500. This watch doesn't have the crazy hype of the Daytona or Submariner. You can sometimes find it in authorized dealers without a long wait. Collectors who appreciate tool watches love the Explorer 2. It's serious and functional. It doesn't try to be fancy or luxurious. It just works perfectly in harsh environments. The watch feels balanced on your wrist despite its larger size. The bracelet is comfortable and sturdy. You can wear it every day without thinking about it. It becomes part of you. Should you buy it? Yes, it's a safe choice. You won't lose money and you might make a small profit. Buy it if you want a tough, practical Rolex. The Explorer 2 conquers land and caves, but the next watch was engineered to defeat an invisible enemy that destroys most timepieces. Number 6. Rolex Milgauss. The Rolex Milgauss is one of the strangest and most interesting watches Rolex makes. It was designed for scientists who work around powerful magnetic fields. MRI machines, particle accelerators, and electrical power plants create magnetism that destroys normal watches. The Milgauss laughs at magnetism. The name Milgauss means 1,000 Gauss. A Gauss is a unit that measures magnetic strength. This watch can resist magnetic fields up to 1,000 Gauss, which would destroy an ordinary watch instantly. Rolex built a special shield inside the case to block magnetism. The most unusual feature is the bright orange lightning bolt second hand. This hand zips around the dial and catches your eye. No other Rolex has anything like it. Some versions also have a green sapphire crystal, the glass covering. The green crystal gives the whole dial a special glow. The Milgauss looks different from other Rolex watches. It has a quirky, scientific personality. The orange hand and green crystal make it playful. People either love this unique style or they don't understand it at all. Scientists, engineers, and people who work in laboratories appreciate this watch. But many people buy it simply because it looks cool and different. It stands out in a world where everyone wears Submariners and Daytonas. The Milgauss costs about $9,000 to $10,000 at retail. Resale prices stay very close, around $9,000 to $11,000. This watch doesn't have strong investment potential. The demand is moderate because the style is so unique. Some watch experts think the Milgauss will become more valuable in the future. They believe its unusual design will make it collectible. But right now, it's mainly for people who genuinely love how it looks. The watch is extremely accurate and reliable. The anti-magnetic technology really works. If you work around strong magnetic fields, this watch will keep running when others stop. Should you buy it? It's a safe choice if you love the design. Don't buy it expecting big profits. Buy it because you think it's cool and different. The Milgauss handles invisible magnetic forces, but the next watch strips away all complications and shows you what pure Rolex really means. Number 5. Rolex Oyster Perpetual 41. The Rolex Oyster Perpetual is the purest, simplest Rolex you can buy. It has no date window. It has no chronograph. It has no second time zone. It just shows hours, minutes, and seconds. That's it, and that's beautiful. This watch represents what Rolex does best, making a reliable, accurate, waterproof watch that lasts forever. The Oyster case is legendary. It was one of the first truly waterproof watch cases ever invented. The perpetual movement winds itself automatically when you wear it. The Oyster Perpetual 41 comes in fantastic colors. You can choose bright turquoise blue, coral, red, yellow, green, or traditional black and silver. The bright colors became incredibly popular when Rolex released them. Young buyers especially loved the fun, modern look. The 41M size is perfect for most wrists. It's large enough to make a statement, but not so big that it looks silly. The watch sits flat and comfortable. You barely notice you're wearing it. Because this watch has no complications, it's very thin. It slides easily under a shirt cuff. The smooth bezel, no rotating dive bezel, keeps the profile slim and elegant. This makes it more versatile than chunky sports models. The Oyster Perpetual costs about $8,400 at retail. But here's the problem. The resale value is actually lower. On the gray market, it sells for $7,000 to $8,000. You lose money if you buy it new and sell it. Why does it lose value? The watch doesn't have the hype of sport models. People can sometimes buy it at authorized dealers without waiting. When supply meets demand, prices don't go up. The bright dial colors sometimes hold value better than the traditional colors. Collectors appreciate the unique, bold look. But overall, this watch is not an investment piece. Should you buy it? Only if you love it. This is a watch to keep and wear forever, not to flip for profit. It's a risky investment choice. The Oyster Perpetual keeps things beautifully simple, but the next watch adds back one perfect complication that has defined Rolex elegance for generations. Number 4. Rolex Datejust 41. The Rolex Datejust is the classic Rolex that started everything. It was the first automatic watch in the world to show the date in a window on the dial. Rolex invented this in 1945, and it changed watchmaking forever. The Datejust works everywhere. You can wear it to the office, to dinner, to the beach, or to a wedding. It looks professional, but not too serious. It's elegant, but not flashy. This versatility makes it timeless. Rolex makes the Datejust in hundreds of different versions. You can choose steel, gold, or two-tone steel and gold mixed. You can pick different dial colors, different bezels, and different bracelets. This huge variety means everyone can find their perfect Datejust. The fluted bezel is the most iconic feature. It has tiny grooves all around that catch the light beautifully. When you move your wrist, the bezel sparkles. This detail makes the Datejust recognizable from across a room. The Datejust costs between $7,900 and $11,800 at retail, depending on materials and features. Resale prices stay close to retail, around $8,000 to $9,800. Because there are so many versions available, the market is not as tight as sport models. The Datejust doesn't have investment hype. You can often find it in stores. Supply is good, so prices stay stable. You won't lose much money, but you won't make much either. This watch is about personal style, not profit. People buy the Datejust because they love how it looks on their wrist. They keep it for decades and pass it down to their children. Should you buy it? Yes. If you want a classic Rolex to wear forever, it's a safe hold, but not a moneymaker. The Datejust is timeless elegance, but the next watch takes to the skies with a completely different spirit. Number 3. Rolex Air King. The Rolex Air King is the most unusual modern Rolex. It was designed to honor aviation and pilots. The watch has a unique dial that looks different from every other Rolex. Some people love it, many people find it strange. The dial has large numbers at 3, 6, and 9 o'clock. These numbers look like something from an airplane cockpit. The rest of the hour markers are simple stick shapes. The design creates an odd, unbalanced look that divides opinions. The Air King has Air King written in green and yellow letters on the dial. It also says Rolex in the traditional spot at the top. No other modern Rolex has this much text on the face. Purists think it looks cluttered. The watch costs about $7,400 at retail, but the resale value is weak. On the gray market, it sells for only $5,000 to $7,000. You lose money if you buy it new. This happens because demand is low compared to other Rolex models. Why don't people love the Air King? The design is polarizing. It doesn't have the classic Rolex look. It's not a dive watch, not a GMT, not a chronograph. It exists in a strange category by itself. The Air King is easy to find in authorized dealers. You usually don't need to wait on a list. This availability proves the demand is softer than other models. Should you buy it? No. Not as an investment. You will probably lose money. Only buy it if you genuinely love the unique aviation design and plan to keep it forever. The Air King struggles to find its audience, but the next watch has quietly built a loyal following through pure simplicity and adventure heritage. Number 2. Rolex Explorer. The Rolex Explorer is one of the most understated watches Rolex makes. It has a simple black dial with no date. The hour markers are just numbers at 3, 6, and 9 with stick markers everywhere else. Nothing fancy, nothing complicated, just perfect. This watch was designed for mountain climbers and explorers. Sir Edmund Hillary wore a Rolex when he climbed Mount Everest in 1953. Rolex created the Explorer to celebrate this achievement. The watch represents adventure and achievement. The Explorer is thin and light. It wears very comfortably on your wrist. You can forget you're wearing it. The 39mm or 40mm size, depending on the version, fits almost any wrist perfectly. The watch is incredibly legible. You can read the time instantly, even in low light. The large Arabic numerals at 3, 6, and 9 make it easy. The luminous material glows bright in darkness. The Explorer costs about $7,200 to $9,600 at retail, depending on the exact model. Resale prices stay close, around $7,000 to $9,000. The value holds steady but doesn't explode upward. Serious watch collectors love the Explorer. They appreciate its understated elegance and rich history. But average buyers often overlook it because it looks too simple compared to the Submariner or GMT. The Explorer is a watch for people who know watches. It doesn't scream for attention. It quietly tells everyone who understands that you have excellent taste. Should you buy it? Yes, it's a safe choice. The value stays stable. Buy it if you appreciate subtle excellence over flashy features. The modern Explorer honors tradition, but our final watch takes us back in time to discover vintage Rolex charm. Number 1. Rolex Oyster Date Precision Vintage. The Rolex Oyster Date Precision is a vintage watch from decades ago. Rolex stopped making it long ago. You can only find it on the vintage watch market. This watch shows what Rolex was like in the 1960s and 1970s. This watch has a manual wind movement. That means you must wind it by hand every day or two. There's no automatic winding system. You turn the crown about 20 times and the watch runs for 40 hours. The Oyster Date Precision is small by modern standards. It usually measures 34mm or 35mm across. Modern watches are often 40mm or larger. The smaller size gives it a vintage, classic look that some collectors love. The watch shows the date, which is why it's called Oyster Date. The simple dial usually has stick markers or simple numbers. No complications, no chronograph, just time and date. Buying vintage watches is tricky. Condition matters enormously. Original dials are worth more than refinished dials. Original parts are worth more than replaced parts. Documentation and service history affect the price. The Oyster Date Precision sells for about $2,500 to $4,000, depending on condition and originality. This is affordable for a vintage Rolex, but it's not a strong investment because it's not a famous model. Vintage watch collecting is for people who love history and character. Each watch has a unique story. Scratches and patina, aging on the dial, add personality. Should you buy it? Only if you love vintage watches and understand the risks. Condition matters more than the model name. This is risky for investment purposes. Now you know the truth about Rolex prices in 2026. The Daytona, Submariner, GMT Batman, and Sky Dweller will make you money. The Day Date, Air King, and Oyster Perpetual probably won't. The Datejust, Explorer, and Sea Dweller will hold their value steady. But here's what matters most. Buy the watch that speaks to you. Some Rolex watches are smart investments, but the best Rolex is the one you'll actually wear and love for decades. The one that marks your achievements. The one you'll pass down to your children. Choose wisely. Buy authentically. Wear it proudly. Your perfect Rolex is waiting.